when you're having your, how can I say that, when you're evaluating your students,
Yeah.
and you say, uh, the evaluation, the three evaluation is gonna be about the punctual, the punctually, and one student say, teacher, how been my punctual, and you say, who are you?
Who are you,
who
my
are
friend? You,
who
you
are you,
never
know, my friend?
you never come to my class. Where have you been all this time? Yeah, it usually happens with some students. It's really funny.
Yeah, some student get scared when you say that. Who are you, my friend?
Yeah.
So don't care. So, my friend, for today we have a summary and a couple of activities that we had to talk about. Is the first activity that we're gonna have is the presentation, the things that happen during the week, things like that. The second activity is gonna be about the video. I think that you saw the video. Yeah, you
On the
watched the
second part.
video.
Yes,
Yeah,
for the second part, yes.
that's pretty good. Thank you so much. How about the quiz? Did you make the quiz, the quiz in
Yeah,
Edmodo?
yeah, I took the quiz the first day. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Remember, weekly you have to take the quiz. You have to take the quiz. That's pretty good.
Yep.
The third part is gonna be the same as before. Do you remember when I showed a picture and you had to talk about and that kind of things?
Yeah, I remember that.
That's pretty good. And in addition, I would like that you watch a video about a person that talk about issue the school system. That's pretty good. Actually, it made me feel like what we are doing with the kids. I
Okay.
don't know if you are have ever seen the video. Have you ever heard about that? I
Well,
issued the school system. No?
yeah, I've heard about many issues in education, but I have to wait until you're watching the videos, until we watch the videos.
That's pretty good. Just give me one moment, please.
Okay.
Mr. Kalam, Mr. Kala, could you hear me, Mr. Kalam? Could you write it down by touch if you are online? Mr. Kala, hello, I'm ready. I'm ready. Yes, he's online. Well, anyway, let's begin with the class, guys. As I told you, German, Mr. John, excuse me so much.
Don't
If I
worry, don't
say
worry.
if I call my wife with another name, you imagine what's going on. That is gonna be an embarrassing moment, and what a shame for me. Uh,
No, but
plus in my head.
yeah, you deserve it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
You don't deserve that.
yeah, that's pretty good, my friend.
But
Um,
we have another partner. His name is Luis, isn't it? Or am I wrong?
let me see.
Yeah,
Uh,
I saw Luis on the group.
and yeah, it's a new friend, Daniel. Daniel, I think so. No,
Yeah,
let me. The last partner is 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 Daniel. Yeah, is Daniel. Ah, no, excuse me, Luis Castro. You're right. Excuse me,
yep.
you're right, Luis Castro. But I don't know what's going on with him. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, so
Okay.
for today, I'm gonna share my screen with you, and I would like that you see the video, the YouTube video about the IUSU this school system. Just take a
Okay.
look first, and then we're gonna talk about that. Let me show you my screen, please. Let me know if you can see. I'm just share my screen. Share my screen. Yeah, it's ready. Could you see the screen,
Yeah, I
Johnny?
can see it. Yeah, I can see
That's
it.
pretty good. That's pretty good. Let me tell you something. Don't show this video to your children. I mean, in the school. Actually, I did it, and it wasn't so good.
Okay.
They were thinking like rebels, thoughts, things like that.
Yeah, normal. That happened on kids on this age.
Yeah.
Lesson
So
plan.
I You should.
Yeah, yeah. I
You,
already said this man is a lawyer, and he is defending the system education. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I already
Uh,
watched the video, but it doesn't matter. It's good for me. It's good for me.
Take a look.
Today on trial, we have modern day schooling. Glad you could come. Not only does he make fish climb trees, but also makes them climb down and do a 10-mile run. Tell me, do you realize how many kids relate to that fish? Swimming upstream in class, never finding their gifts, thinking they are stupid, believing they are useless? Well, the time has come, no more excuses. I call school to the stand and accuse him of killing creativity, individuality, and being intellectually abusive. He's an ancient institution that has outlived his usage. So, Your Honor, this concludes my opening statement, and if I may present the evidence of my case, I will prove it.
Proceed.
Exhibit A. Here's a modern day phone. Recognize it? Here's a phone from 150 years ago. Big difference, right? Stay with me. Here's a car from today. And here's a car from 150 years ago. Big difference, right? Well, get this. Here's a classroom of today. And here's a class we used 150 years ago. Now, ain't that a shame? In literally more than a century, nothing has changed. Yet you claim to prepare students for the future? But with evidence like that, I must ask, do you prepare students for the future or the past? I did a background check on you and let the record show that you were made to train people to work in factories, which explains why you put students in straight rows, nice and neat, tell them sit still, raise your hand if you want to speak, give them a short break to eat, and for 8 hours a day, tell them what to think. Oh, and make them compete to get an A letter which determines product quality, hence grade A of meat. I get it. Back then, times were different. We all have a past. I myself am no Gandhi. But today, we don't need to make robot zombies. The world has progressed. And now we need people who think creatively, innovatively, critically, independently, with the ability to connect. See, every scientist will tell you that no two brains are the same. And every parent with 2 or more children will confirm that claim. So please explain why you treat students like cookie cutter frames or snapback hats, giving them this one-size-fits-all crap.
Watch your language.
Sorry, Your Honor, but if a doctor prescribed the exact same medicine to all of his patients, the results would be tragic. So many people would get sick, yet when it comes to school, this is exactly what happens, this educational malpractice, where one teacher stands in front of 20 kids, each one having different strengths, different needs, different gifts, different dreams, and you teach the same thing the same way? That's horrific. Ladies and gentlemen, the defendant should not be acquitted. This may be one of the worst criminal offenses ever to be committed. And let's mention the way you treat your employees.
Objection. Overruled. I want to hear this.
It's a shame. I mean, teachers have the most important job on the planet, yet they're underpaid. No wonder so many students are short-changed. Let's be honest. Teachers should earn just as much as doctors, because a doctor can do heart surgery and save the life of a kid. But a great teacher can reach the heart of that kid and allow him to truly live. See, teachers are heroes that often get blamed, but they're not the problem. They work in a system without many options or rights. Curriculums are created by policymakers, most of which have never taught a day in their life. Just obsessed with standardized tests. They think bubbling in a multiple choice question will determine success. That's outlandish. In fact, these tests are too cruel to be used and should be abandoned, but don't take my word for it. Take Frederick J. Kelly, the man who invented standardized testing, who said, and I quote, "These tests are too cruel to be used and should be abandoned." Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if we continue down this road, the results will be lethal. I don't have much faith in school, but I do have faith in people. And if we can customize healthcare, cars, and Facebook pages, then it is our duty to do the same for education, to upgrade it, change it, do away with school spirit, because that's useless unless we're working to bring the spirit out of each and every student. That should be our task. No more Common Core. Instead, let's reach the core of every heart in every class. Sure, math is important, but no more than art or dance. Let's give every gift an equal chance. I know this sounds like a dream, but countries like Finland are doing impressive things. They have shorter school days. Teachers make a decent wage. Homework is non-existent, and they focus on collaboration instead of competition. But here's the kicker, boys and girls. Their educational system outperforms every other country in the world. Other places like Singapore are succeeding rapidly. Schools like Montessori, programs like Khan Academy, there is no single solution. But let's get moving, because while students may be 20% of our population, they are 100% of our future. So let's attend to their dreams, and there's no telling what we can achieve. This is a world in which I believe, a world where fish are no longer forced to climb trees. I'll rest my case.
How about the video, Johnny?
Wow, this video talks about the reality that we are
Yeah.
living today. Um, for example, most of the teachers, and I include myself because I did it on a few occasions, in few occasions, we cut the creativity of students and we follow a curriculum that is really, really traditional. This curriculum doesn't take into account the abilities of the students. I mean, there are some people who is really good in arts, and we don't work on to improve their abilities on those kids. We focus on mathematics, physics, chemistry, and that is okay. But we need to teach how to talk with people. For example, when they are in a important corporation company, they need to learn communicate abilities to, I don't know, to finish a really an important business. Um, I don't know. It talks about the low payment for us is really really low. Actually, in Colombia, our payment is really low. We do this because we like it, not for other reason. And there was a really important point that catch my attention, and it was how was the education 50 years ago, and how is the education today? And nothing has changed. It is the same. It is in the same classroom. We stand up in front of the kids and we start to talk about our classroom, our English in this case. Um, do you know something? It happens not for us. On my personal case, it's not for me. It's for the school because they don't let us teach another things. They say no, you're an English teacher. You have to only teach English, and that's it. And I believe we need to teach values, solidarity, cooperation, working groups. That is
Yeah,
my opinion.
that's pretty good opinion. I personally think I agree with your opinion. When the guy say about the thing like that, the fish that can climb a tree,
Yeah,
and you,
exactly.
yes, a good quote that guy told us. Well, let's continue. So I would like that you tell me, Johnny. Let's continue with the normal class.
Okay.
Could you could you tell me a summary, a brief summary, according to the CAE video? Take the time, please. Let me take the time, please.
The
You
second
have
video, right? Second
yeah,
video, second part.
you
Okay.
you just give me one moment. You have to speak during 2 minutes. Let me share the screen again, and
Okay.
I had to take the time by online stopwatch. Just give me one moment. Well, you have to speak during 2 minutes about the video. One, two, three. Do it.
Okay, remember this video lasts 6 minutes, okay? But I'm going
Yeah.
to do a really good summary. Okay, this video talks about how to identify and analyze the pictures. I mean, we don't need to tell to you, in this case, you are the tutor. We don't need to tell you the obvious things. We need to contrasting picture. For example, I have a picture A, a picture B. Maybe on the picture A, I have a singer. On the picture B, I have a professional swimmer. So we need to use contrast word, linking words. For example, on the other hand, while in contrast with this, on the picture A, I have a singer, so I can conclude his life is it must be really really busy. He is an outgoing person. He likes to be in public. And on the other hand, this is a linking word. On the other hand, the swimming, the professional swimmer must be a concentrated person, a person who fights to reach his goals. So that is one part of the video. They give us advices about how to make, how to identify the differences and similarities between these pictures. The woman who is speaking in this picture, they give us the two examples about how to compare, how to make a comparison between pictures. Additionally, we can see two paragraphs for each comparison. We can see two paragraphs. What can I tell you more? This is really good. This is really good because we need to know how to use linking words. They are really important. Not only say in my opinion I believe this or I think this, because they are weak words that we use to compare something. We need strongest words like on the other hand, in addition to this, and I believe that's it. Oh my God, 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Okay, I think I
That's
did it.
pretty good. Yeah, yeah. Actually, the girl told us about the stand answers. Don't say like I think it's good. Yeah, I got it. I got your point of view. That's
Okay,
pretty good. Thank you so much.
okay.
So let's continue with the second part. Do you have any question about the video, or is already understood for you?
No, it's really clear for me. I don't have problems with the topics of the video because I used to use them on my classroom, so I don't have problems with that.
That's pretty good. Thank you so much. Let's try. Alcala, could you hear me, Alcala? Perhaps he is on. Yes, he is online, but I'm not sure about the audio. Alcala,
He is Pacho, right, Francisco? Yeah.
eh, yeah, Francisco Alcala. So, uh, well, I told him I called him Alcala because he used to work in the army. You know,
Yeah, he's
we
payment retirement. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember
his
that.
payment return. So let's continue the Pulido with the second part of the activity. So for this part of the activity, we have to take a look of the pictures and we have to talk about them. In this case, we're gonna talk about the college and what impression of college life does usually happen there. For example, you could see, can you see the pictures? Yeah,
Yeah, I can see 6 pictures. Yeah.
that's pretty good. For this activity, as before, I mean the last activity, we had to talk for about 2 minutes else, but you had to talk about the whole picture. Don't concentrate your point of view in just one picture. Try to wide to why
Okay.
you
Okay.
talk. So
Okay.
let me take the time and do it again. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Let me show
Okay.
you the picture, please. Do it, my friend.
Okay, well, here we have many pictures about the students in different contexts. No, actually, the context it is the same because they are learning something. They are in different parts of schools or maybe universities. I see many students get together, learning something. And I really like the picture of the center because she decides to go to the library, maybe to concentrate more. She likes to be in a quiet environment where nobody bothers her and study. And they are playing soccer. This is really important for students. They need to do this kind of activity, not only being in a classroom and study maths or another subject. They need to, I don't know, liberate his bodies, run, playing soccer, basketball, anyway. The picture that I see below, I believe they are on a university because that is the normal organization from American universities. So, besides they look older, they are like people on maybe 17, 18, 19 years old. And we have kids on the third picture. They are looking something, and it seems that this is really interesting for them because they seem really focused on that picture. The small picture. Oh my God! Ah, yeah. I assume this is a teacher talking with a student. Maybe it's a psychologist because normally those are their rooms where psychologists work. Oh my God, I have 10 seconds. Don't be bad with me, teacher.
Okay, go on. Excuse me. It
No,
was my
normally,
pleasure.
as I told you before, this is an environment when they learn whatever they are learning, but those are good environments, and it seems they are having a good time while they are learning and
That's
playing,
pretty good.
playing soccer, of
Yeah,
course.
they're playing soccer. That's pretty good. Actually, Pulido, you're an excellent student as a teacher. I believe that you're gonna be amazing. You are amazing now because you're the English teacher. So
Thank
that
you.
I would like to know something. What is your English level? I mean, have you represented international test, something like that?
No, officially, no. I haven't taken text since. Okay, when was the last time I took that official test? It was more or less 5 years ago, and I had to update my English level. But I had done it on some page, or maybe on the British Council, that you can take free those English texts. And my current level, well, it depends on the skill because they evaluate me on reading, listening, speaking, and I have a C1, C1 on listening, and I had
Yeah.
B2 on reading, C1 on writing, and B2 on speaking. So I believe I have to improve my English level, but that is my current level between B2 and a C1.
Among, you mean approximately among B2 and C1. But my person, actually, year C1.
Okay,
Um,
thank you.
year you C1. I'm looking for the level, and as you, I'm between B2 and C1. I'm trying on every day in order to reach that level, but
No,
they have been
I,
difficult.
and actually my words is really useful for me to improve my English level because I have to talk in English all days, from
Yeah,
Monday to Friday, and now with you Saturday. So that helps a lot.
that's pretty good. I congratulate you, and your student. They're happy with you. So, my friend, I have to remember you about the take the quiz. Uh, you would ask you why I told you that every encounter because the guy told me that I had to remember you to take the quiz and to take your notes before getting to the encounter. So
Okay,
let's
no?
continue. That's pretty good. Thank you so much. Let's continue with the last part. Actually, we have already done the encounter for today, but I have a last question for you, my friend
Okay,
Pulido.
go ahead. Okay,
Um,
go ahead.
and it's a question that is gonna be about your daily routine because I had to ask you about your daily routine. Could you
Okay.
tell me how is your daily routine, please?
Okay, my daily routine is really critical because I have to get up really, really extremely early. I have to get up at 4 a.m.
Or
and I have yeah, and I have to work from 6 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. So it is a normal work schedule in all the schools in Bogota, and I assume in all Colombia.
public school or private school?
It's private school. It's private
Ah,
school. Private
yeah.
school. So, but I live in some part in Bogota, and the school is located in Kennedy. I'm not sure you know it because you live in Cartagena. So the distance between
No.
my house and this school is around, talking about time, is more or less 1 hour. 1 hour without traffic, without traffic. But when it's traffic, oh my God, it's really, really critical for me because the principal, hey, my friend, why are you here late? The kids are waiting for you. So this is the hard part, but I do that because
Yeah.
I like it. Well, okay, my work finished at 3 p.m. Then I have to come back to my house, and I say come back because my woman hit me if I am late at home. And that is
Yeah.
because I have a daughter of 6 months, and I have to help them. I have to help my wife with my little kid. So when I arrive home, I help my wife with the kid. I try to cook the dinner for night, I took a shower and then I work on I have to do for the next day about papers, evaluations, all the duties that a teacher has. And finally, if my daughter has sleep, I sleep too. On the contrary, I can't sleep until she has sleep. So it's a really difficult routine for me, but it's normal because I'm a new father and I have to deal with this.
Yeah.
And that's it. On weekends, and I work in another job. Do you
Yeah.
remember? I remember. Do you remember I mentioned I'm a mechanic engineer? So
Yeah.
that is the family business. I work Saturdays and Sundays on that business, but I work from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. and the rent in the afternoon. I take a nap. I try to rest all of I can,
You
and that's
try.
it. Yeah, I try. I try because I have a daughter and it's really difficult to rest a little bit. And actually, in this moment, they are asleep, both of them. So it's really good because I have these classes today with you. And on Sundays, Sundays are special days because I like and I love to play basketball. This is my passion since I was a kid. I could be a professional player because I broke my leg when I have 70 years, so that was a really hit for me and for my
How
life.
how tall are you?
I am 36 years old.
No, how tall? I mean, how tall?
Tall? I
Yeah.
am 1.75 meters. Yeah, I'm not really tall, but I was. I have
Good
an
player.
I have an excellent dribbling. So, but unfortunately, because that accident it actually was a car accident. Since that moment, I could be a professional player, but I played on the Bogota team, on my university team. I played too. That is my daily routine and my weekly routine.
That's pretty good, Mr. Pulido. I just want to say that it's a pleasure to be with you on this Saturday that we're going to have the chance to speak and share information between us. And I think that you're an excellent in your duties. And just want to say that bless for your family and bless for your life. And that's
Okay,
it, my
thank you.
friend. That's pretty that's pretty good to be with you today. And your point for today is gonna be 10 again. So
Okay, thank you. Thank you so
you're
much.
perfect.
Thank
You're
you so much.
welcome. Have a good night, my friend.
The same for you. Have a good night and a happy Sunday. Bye bye,
Yeah.
Ivan.
Bye bye, my friend.